Hey there, this is Faisal. I wanted to do a very practical video for you for how to start your day right. And I'm gonna share with you 5 powerful tools you can use to create a better foundation for your day so you can have a productive, insightful, happy, positive, and connected day. Now, this doesn't mean that this will completely foolproof your day, so you don't face any challenges or problems or things that you might not be able to deal with. But what it does mean is that it will set the right foundations for you. And that's the key, that you have to set the right foundation for you. And what the funny thing that you realize about this is that when you start to begin your day right and you get into the habit of that, what ends up happening is that your weeks begin to start right, your months begin to be overall very positive, your year begins to be overall very positive, because they all start with your day, and they all start with what you do in that first hour or two of your day. And before I even jump into that, I'm gonna go ahead and guess a little bit how your days get started usually. And the reason I'm able to do this is because most people, this is what they do. And so this is what happens. You set your alarm to wake up at whatever time, let's say 6:30, 7 a.m. And when the alarm goes off, you've set up 5 other ones after that. So you keep hitting the snooze button. And then by the time you wake up, you look at it, you jump out of your bed, and you're like, oh, I'm late. So you rush to brush your teeth, wash your face, and grab a quick snack, usually sugar-based, and a coffee maybe, and rush to work. And when you get to work, you're already facing with so many other things that it seems like you're basically putting out fires or dealing with a lot of anxiety within, and you're trying to get through the day. By the time afternoon hits, you're exhausted. And the reason I know this is because, one, I work with people, and two, if you study these things, you find that most people, this is what they do. And if you talk to other people around you, this is what they do for the most part. Now, this doesn't mean that my days are perfect and this is how I begin my days in a beautiful way and everything goes smooth and positive or whatever. No, there are days where I'm like that, but I've found ways to make up for that, and I'm gonna share that with you. So here it goes: the 5 powerful ways you can create a better foundation for your day. This will not only help you create more energy, but a better positive outlook on your day, but also you'll be able to have a better sense of how to deal with the challenges, because that's inevitable. We don't live in a world where everything is positive, and that's not even necessary. Doesn't even make sense in terms of life for everything to be positive that's coming your way. So there will be challenges, there will be problems that come your way. How you deal with it and how you react to it is much more important than what the problem or challenge is. And some of these things that I'm going to share with you, it's going to help you do that. And also, you'll be better equipped to deal with other people. Much of our day revolves around dealing with other people, and also dealing with your own anxiety, with your own negative thoughts, and with your own negative self-talk. So the key here is that you practice this consistently. Give yourself a challenge to do this for a month and see how it goes, for a week and see how it goes. But here it goes. So the first one that I love with this is that the first thing I do when I wake up is I have a note phone, the one that I'm recording in right now, and the reason I took this is because it's much easier for me to keep track of all my journals. I do a lot of journaling, and a lot of successful people do that. The reason being is that when you express your thoughts on paper or on something that you're writing down, there's some mechanism that goes into that where the thought becomes more real. So the first one is planning your day right. So take out a piece of paper, and a pen, a blank piece of paper. You can create a binder for this, or if you have the availability, get a note pen. I love that because I can keep track of a lot of things that way, where I write digitally on my phone, or you can even type on your computer if you want to. Whatever way works for you. There is no specific way. The point is to get it out of your head into something tangible. So what you do is, all you do is write down your major projects that you're working on, the things that will take 3 months, 6 months to a year for you to complete. Those are the things that you really want to achieve this year, in 3 months, in 2 months, in 1 month. Just write them down on top. And the other thing you're going to do is just simple. Write 2 to 3 things that you must do. And these are not things that you have to do to, let's say, pay the bills and stuff like that. You can write those if you want. But what I mean by 2 to 3 things is that those 2 to 3 things move your life forward in some way. So if you're an entrepreneur, you're working on, let's say, your marketing, or you're working on your business somehow, or you're working on your product, or you're working on your services. If you're a professional, you're going to write down how you can grow within your role. As that whatever your job is, how can you grow within that role? So write down 2 or 3 things that might be. For me, it could look like, do a video today that would add value in somebody's life, or in the people that are following me in their life. Now, what this does is this keeps you on track and focused for the day. Most people get out of bed and they run off and they don't know what they're doing. So what they do is they respond to other people. And this becomes very, very important. The second one is gratitude. This is so important. This is part of almost every spiritual tradition, every religion, where you sit down and think about or feel all the great things that are going on in your life. And this is not an obligatory thing where you must feel grateful for things or something will go wrong. No, it actually, when you feel like there are positive things in your life, you generally create a positive perspective within you, and you tend to see things positively. So all I want you to do is think of 3 to 5 things that make you feel good about your life, or 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for. And things might not be going very well in your life. So you might have challenges in terms of your finances, relationships, whatever else. But there are things that are always going good in your life. And this is a funny thing about the human mind. We tend to focus on the negative things. Why? Because we are careful with the things that could harm us, because that's how we survive. So our brain is primed to look for things that are negative. So you have to train your brain to look for things that are positive as well. Otherwise, you're gonna think that everything is going wrong in your life, which is not the truth. So 3 to 5 things that makes you feel good about your life or makes you feel grateful. Alternatively, Jason Goldberg shared this in the interview that I did with him, which you can find on my YouTube video, which is a very powerful interview. It's going to teach you a lot about what you need to do in your business and personal life. He said that he started a practice of compassion practice, where he would think about all the positive things he wants to happen to other people. So it stops being about you, and you. And this might help you if you don't think there are a lot of positive things going on in your life, but you want positive things for other people. Whatever works for you, I think they both work. And in gratitude, I know it works because I've practiced this for over 3 to 5 years. Actually 4 years consistently, I'd say. Every day, almost every day, and morning and night. So this really helps me out, and it helps me keep a positive frame of mind, even though there are a lot of negative things that might be going on in my life. So that's the second one, gratitude. And the third one being physical activity. Now, if you can work out in the morning, I suggest you do that. If you can spend half an hour to 45 minutes, work out, go to the gym if you have something near you, or go for a run if you can, do that. But I can't personally, because I have a lot of things going on. So what I do is I spend 15 minutes and prime my body for the day. I do stretching, I do some push-ups, I do some squats, I do some sit-ups, and I prepare my body for the day. This is what happens. So when you move, you release certain hormones that make you feel differently versus if you don't. And just getting up and move and then going and making coffee is not enough. for you to feel that. So you need to push your muscles, you need to stretch, you need to be able to engage the muscles in your body. When you do that, what happens is you feel differently. So you don't have to take my word for it. Try it out for a couple of days. Just start by doing a quick stretch. You can even do yoga. Just go on YouTube, look up morning workout, or look up 10-minute yoga or beginner yoga. You can find so many things about that related to that, and so many amazing people have put out so many things related to physical workout that you can start in the morning, and they all vary in terms of how they affect your body. What I've been doing that works for me, and I'm constantly changing it to test out different things, and that's one of the best ways to find out what works for you. So there is no one fit for all system, so you have to try things out. But all you have to do is 15 to 30 to 45 minutes, do some kind of physical activity. You can even go for a walk outside or a run. If you do a 45-minute walk outside, especially if it's in nature, that'll make you feel so much different about yourself. And that's absolutely crucial to human beings. And a lot of us live within our heads thoughts, because almost everything we do these days is intellectual, especially if you're working at an office or you're dealing with a lot of academic stuff or a lot of things related to your business that's on the computer. You're going to only use your thoughts in your head, but you're not going to engage your body, and that tends to lower your energy throughout the day, and it's going to make you feel worse and worse if you don't engage your body. So that's the third one. The fourth one is meditation. This is so important. The reason this is important is that a lot of us, like I said before, that we live within our heads. We don't really feel what's going on around us. And as human beings, as living beings, if we're not engaged with our environment, we tend to feel worse and worse and worse. Especially human beings have a tendency to just live within their thoughts. You have a self-talk, that chatter that goes on throughout the day. If you live within that and you don't engage with your environment, you're not going to feel alive. So one of the things that meditation, there are so many different types of meditation. I'll share one with you. You can go on YouTube, search release meditation. It'll take anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes. You can do it for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 2 minutes, but at the minimum, do 2 minutes. I do about a 5-minute meditation. Sometimes I do it longer if I need to, but not more than that. You don't need to do it. If you want to, that's great. So what all it is you just sit down and focus on your breath, and you repeat a mantra, what they call. And so in the release meditation case, you say the word release, release, release. That represents all the tension in your body, all the negative thoughts that keep coming your way. And you just focus on your breath, keep your spine straight. It's very basic. If you don't know how to do that, YouTube that, or go on YouTube, just type release meditation. Very simple. Try it out for 2 minutes or 5 minutes. You will see what a big difference that makes in that moment. You are going to feel much more calm, much more relaxed, much more centered. That means that you will be better able to deal with all the things that are coming your way. Because when you're centered, you tend to step back. Especially if there are challenges, you tend to step back and look at it from a bigger perspective, from an outside perspective, rather than if you weren't centered, what you would do is you would react to it. So somebody says something, you're going to be like, oh my God, that's going to end my life. Well, that doesn't usually. So the point of meditation is to do a lot of things. It engages your hormones and brain activity in a different way. It relaxes you. It releases hormones that help you deal with your day in a better way. It's very important. So give it a try. And the last one, this is very important for your growth, and a lot of people don't do this. On average, I think there was a survey I looked at, or somebody talked about it, an expert on this, was that most people on average report that they read about 2 books a year. And if you take a lot of those inaccuracies into account, that ends up being about 1 book. Yeah, that was my mentor that said it in a seminar. Yeah, that was 2 years ago. So on average, most people read about 1 book a year. Now, if you study successful people, whether they're professionals, entrepreneurs, whether they're contributors and leaders in society, what they do is they read a lot. On average, they might even read a book a week, maybe more than a book a week. There are people I know that read one book a day. Doesn't need to be like that. I listen to audiobooks as well as I read books. So on average, I would go, depending on how much I'm trying to study, anywhere between 2 to 4 books a month. I try to get through. Sometimes I go through the same book twice or 3 times. I'm a little slow when it comes to that, or I try to absorb more. So it is very, very important that you implement this in your life. And what I recommend is either books that are personal development or growth based, whether it's in terms of your personal life or business, whatever it is that helps you grow. So there are a lot of books. You can start with actually that book that I shared in the interview with Jason Goldberg. He wrote an amazing book called Prison Break. You can start with that, and you will get it for free if you go to the link that I provided in my interview with Jason Goldberg. So that's on my YouTube channel. So there's a link where you can get the book for free wherever you are. You can get the digital copy, audiobook, or the hard copy if you're in the United States for free. You just have to pay the shipping, I think. So there are so many other books. Just search personal development books or business books related to growth, developing your business or whatever. But I recommend spiritual or personal development books because they help you grow, and you can create a variation. So I don't just read personal development books. I used to. What I realized quickly that I need to read business books. So what I usually do is I read personal development book, at least one book a month, I'd say, or every other month now. I used to read like almost exclusively philosophy or personal development books, but I slowed that down just because I needed to improve in other areas. So I read a relationship book. That's if you want to improve in that area, definitely read it. A great book is 5 Languages of Love for that. And then business related to my coaching business. So I read at least 1 or 2 books a month related to that. So again, get a positive book. You can also read a story book that has that's more like a story related to growth than usually stories are, but like a positive type of story, not suspense and other things. I mean, you can read that, but I recommend at least reading one book that's positive in terms of a story. One of the best books that I've read in terms of story is the book by Paulo Coelho, The Alchemist. I recommend you get that amazing book. So that's related. So those are the 5 things you can do. You can do all of them. All it will take. So let's add it up. To give you a perspective. Let's add these up. How long will it take? So if you do a 15-minute workout, or stretching your body or engaging your muscles, that's 15 minutes. And about a 2-minute. Let's make it a 3-minute for addition's sakes. Because my math is not strong right now. So 3 minutes of meditation, that's 20 minutes. Wait, did I say 15? That's bad math. Okay, let's do it 5 minutes. 5 minutes of meditation, let's make it 20 minutes. And then what else did I say? Book, about 10 minutes. That's all you have to spend, 10 minutes of reading a book. If you want to do it 15 minutes, that's even better, but let's say 10 minutes. So that's 30 minutes. And what else did we say? We said planning. That's going to take anywhere between, let's say, 10 minutes for that max. It doesn't take that long to write what I told you to do, 5 to 10 minutes. So 10 minutes of that's 40 minutes. And what else did we say? So reading, meditation, engaging your body, gratitude. So thinking about the things that are positive to you. Let's say 5 to 10 minutes. Shouldn't take you long. So about 50 minutes. So usually a lot of people who teach this, the experts on this, or even successful people talk about this a lot. They call it the miracle morning, or the blessed morning, or the first hour of your day is very, very important, and you need to spend it to create the right foundation for your day. And if you can spend that 40 minutes, 30 minutes, or 1 hour of your day doing this, I can almost guarantee that overall your life is going to become very, very positive. This is the secret to a lot of successful people. If you don't want to take my word for it, go research whatever successful people that you follow. And then the only thing I'm going to say is that try to figure out how they're successful. It can't just be in one area. Some people are successful just because they push themselves and then they fail. But a lot of people who are successful in different areas of their life overall, in terms of their, let's say they have the money to sustain their life, they have the resources, they have happiness, they have relationships, they have a proper community that they work with. So people like that, whoever your heroes are, so don't look at it one-dimensionally. If you find people like that, what you find is that almost always they have a morning routine. It might not be exactly how I said it, they might have some components of these, but they will always have it. Reason being that it works. So give it a try for yourself. Don't take anybody's word for it. Try it out. Try out one of these things. Try out 2 of them, 3 of them, 5 of them, all 5 of them, and they'll help you. And at the end, I want to just share one thing that you shouldn't do throughout the day. And this is something I find with a lot of my coaching clients that they do. I find it with a lot of people, they habitually do it. They didn't really think about it. They got it started. They check their email, social media, news, and all that crappy things, all those crappy things, even though you're watching it on social media. The reason they're crappy is because 1, you can't control what they feed you or your mind, and 2, almost always, especially if you go into news, it's negative, and you're priming yourself to look at your day even more negatively. That's how news sell their channels, by selling negative things to you. And email is one of the worst things to check the first hour of your day. Doesn't mean you don't check it for the rest of your day, but it's shown in high performance studies that if you check your email the first hour, your productivity drops by 35% automatically without doing anything else. Why? Because you're reacting to other people's demands in your email. You're looking for what to do based on what other people want from you rather than what you want to do with your life. Social media, I mean, follow me, but you don't need to check my posts the first thing in the morning, even though I do post them. But the point being is that this is something Gandhi said, that it was a very powerful statement. Stand guard at the door to your mind. That's what you need to do. You need to protect that first hour of your day, to create it the way you want to do it, to create a better foundation. And the rest of your day, no matter what life throws at you, you will learn to deal with it because you started it right. Now, some people say, I'm so busy, I don't know how to do this. Wake up about 1 hour before what you normally wake up. Trust me, this is worth it. If you're waking up at 7:30, wake up at 6:30. And then you're gonna say that, well, I don't get enough sleep to begin with. Get it started like this. You will plan your day in a better way. You will have more time. You'll be more productive, so you'll have more time the rest of the day. But that 1 hour waking up early will help you a lot. So give this a try. Those 5 ways that could completely change your day and your week, your month, and your year. So the first one was start by planning your day, and I already talked about that. Start by thinking of a few things, 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for in your life. Third one, read a positive book. Fourth one, engage your body physically in some way. Fifth one, what was the fifth one? Read a positive book. And sixth one, the bonus one, stop going on social media, news, or whatever else that you do in the first hour that's external to you, that you have no control about the information that comes your way. So whether it's news, social media, email, or whatever it is, don't check it the first hour. Check it the rest of the day, but do not check it the first hour. Okay, I hope this video was helpful to you. Make sure you post your comments below, like the video, and share with anybody else that you think will benefit from this, your friends or family. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. Until my next video, have an awesome day. Bye.